Hey YouTube, Rico Knows here. Going to talk to you guys about the upcoming college football season. And there's a couple things you guys need to know and learn about the channel and the platform moving forward. So with the football season coming up, a lot of you guys are going to be asking me questions like, who's going to win this game, or who's going to win this conference, or how is this team going to do? All of that information is provided in two places. Okay, it's provided on YouTube, but you have to be an MVP or a member, if you will, or it's provided on the Patreon. And I'm going to show you both platforms, how to get there, how to see the information, and then I'm going to talk to you guys about the daily podcast. Remember, I'm going to start daily podcasts probably in about 2 weeks, and I do those every single day, 5 p.m. Eastern, and it'll be here on YouTube. And if you want to see the podcast, hopefully you subscribe to the channel, you have the little bell on, and then once the little bell alerts you that I'll be on live, you'll know when to join. But if you don't have the notifications on, and you forget how to get here, you're going to go to Rico Knows, you're going to search me on YouTube, right? You're going to get to the homepage, and instead of clicking on videos or shorts, where most people post their content, you're going to click on the third tab, which is live. And then you can see all the past live streams. I've been providing live streams throughout the year, throughout the off season. Or you can wait. Now, some of these live streams are themed, like, hey, this is who are the best coaches in the group of 5 and in America, who are the best wide receiver rooms in America, who had the best transfer portal classes, all this stuff. But the theme for every single day during the college football season, Monday will be the ACC, and I want to say it's Conference USA. Tuesday will be the Big Ten and the MAC. Wednesday will be the Big 12 and the American Conference. Thursday is the SEC and the Sun Belt. And then Friday will be anybody else who's left over. So who's left over at that point? I think it's one of the group of 5 conferences I'm forgetting right now. And all the independents, and then all your other questions. So that will be like the finalized questions for the chart, because that's when I do all of the picks for the week. I'll provide the locks. I'll provide anything that's not MVP data will be on the podcast. So you have to come over, watch the podcast every night, usually about 2 or 3 hours. You can watch it at 1.5 speed, 2.0 speed. Another thing you're going to want to do, so when you get to my page, it will say subscribe to the channel, subscribe. Then there will be a link to join. When you join, if you want to be an MVP, the MVP package is there. It's $25 a month. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to change the price. Last season, we left it at $25. I may keep it at $25. The only advantage you have from doing it on Patreon is it's a lot more user-friendly. And you can sign up for the annual membership. And that gives you 2 months for free. What you're doing here, though, on Patreon is you become an MVP on Patreon. There is a search bar right here. You want to go check collections. These are the different playlists. And you want to go look at my 80 college football win totals. I've already done the win totals for the entire season. I've already done all the futures bets for you. In there, you'll find out who's winning the Heisman, who's going to the playoffs, who's winning any conference or the national title. All that stuff is in there. In here is how to set up your Discord, and that is extremely important. Because if you want to watch the video Saturday morning or join me for my live stream on Saturday on the Discord server, you need to connect your Patreon account to the Discord. You can do the same thing on YouTube, but you have to do connections, and you have to connect the 2 accounts. It's very easy on YouTube. It's very difficult, or it's a little more difficult on Patreon. But there is a how-to video in this playlist here, setting up Discord. If you guys are struggling with it, and a lot of people struggle with it, trust me, we have an entire help desk to help you guys get it done. But it's join the Discord server, how to do it, and I tell you how to turn off notifications, block out the noise, and down here you will see working out the kinks on Discord and checking for updates and pinned messages. Everything you're looking for. It's a tutorial on what to do. Slow down, learn it. It's worth your time. If not, become a member on YouTube. And you might miss some information because YouTube doesn't let me post pictures as readily available, like screenshots of certain props and parlays. And yes, I provide props, parlays, prize picks. There's going to be, everything's against the spread. There will be a money line lock every single week for everyone to bet on. But we're going to give out some free picks here and there. So if you want to become a free member, you can go to Patreon. Now, if you don't know what Patreon is, it's an app. It's no different from Reddit, Twitter, OnlyFans. Patreon is an app where I can do my business utilizing their platform. So on Patreon, download the app. You'll see the little P there. You download the app, search Rico Knows. My profile will come up, and then once the profile comes up, hit join and become an MVP. If you don't want to be an MVP right away, join as a free member. We have over 3,500 free members. Feel free to show up. You will get some free content, but the majority of it is MVP content, okay? I will continue to provide picks for the UFC fights. If you aren't aware, our UFC fights have been going great. We do that all off season long. Let me pull that up for you guys. Shout out to everybody who's had a blast all off season. Here we are on the UFC picks. If you didn't know, for the season, locks are at 83%, leans are at 58% or almost 59%. Value bets is when we pick an underdog. It's about 40%. At the end of the day, props and parlays are at 54%, and overall we're at 61%. So this is just picking fights, giving you guys a good time. Oh, by the way, you can watch the fights with me on the Discord server once you connect your Patreon or YouTube account, and I provide commentary, provide advice and guidance on live bets, if you will. But just remember that some MVPs are better than others. I am not here to provide you with a bunch of list of picks and all that nonsense. We do every single weekday game. I provide analysis on games, but it's up to you to decide how much you want to gamble, how much you want to bet, what you want to tail, what you don't. Do not try to blind tail a list. If you're a member, if you become an MVP and you jump in the server and you write something like, "Where are the picks?" you're going to be sadly mistaken, because it does not work that way. What you'll find is a video of analysis, and then you will make picks based off of the analysis. That is your business. Who you pick is your business, not mine. Okay? What things you choose to bet on is your business, not mine. Please understand that. There's a huge, I guess, miscommunication, because there's so many people out there trying to sell you guys picks. That is not what we're doing here. I am selling you analysis. I am doing all the elbow grease, all the hard work, all off season long to learn these teams, to know who they are, to understand the matchups, and give you an advantage that you wouldn't normally have. That is what I'm here for. I'm not here to try to predict to you who's going to do this and do that and do this. I don't get down like that. I will provide analysis. Sometimes it might not even be clear to you. Sometimes you won't even understand it. You just got to learn how we get down over here. Don't know too many MVPs that are displeased with the product. We've been around for almost a year now, and we have a good community and a good family. They'll reach out, they'll help you. If you're in a state that doesn't allow gambling, they can teach you what other sports books to use. I don't know any of that stuff. I'm not a gambler. There are people that will assist you and tell you which books and odds have changed. That's all on the Discord server. I don't mess with it. I will show you our community on the Discord server. Here we are. This is our server. But once again, if you go to the server and your name isn't green, if you don't have a green name, some of these are admins, but if you don't have a green name, you are not connected. I don't care if you say you're an MVP on YouTube or Patreon, you are not green, you are not connected. You did not follow the steps on how to connect your Patreon to the Discord. Go back to the drawing board, and we actually have a whole channel how to connect to it, and we explain to people how to do it, okay? But when you get here, you will only see these 5 channels when you get to the Discord server if you are not connected. If you're a free member or you're not connected, you're going to only see these 5. And yes, I'll give out a free pick every day in this ladder channel here. Like I just gave out this one by submission. We give out free picks here and there. They're free, so they're not always that great. They're not the locks. They're not the locks. Trust me. These are definite value bets and leans. The locks themselves go in these channels, which all have a little lock icon on them. You can't get in them. And then all of my picks show up here. And this is where I post the weekly charts. And this is where I post all the props and parlays every single day. Okay, so you got to come check these every day, see if there's anything in there for you, see if there's anything that you should be following, betting, consistently putting it out there for you guys, and hopefully you win. Some MVPs win more than others. I hope you guys enjoy the channel. Please watch the podcast. Get to the live streams. You will learn a ton about the teams, and you'll know what you should do and shouldn't do moving forward. I hope to see everybody there. Your friends don't know, but Rico knows. Thanks for finding the channel. Peace.